y'all won't believe this, but I found a trail cam at that last spot we were just at hanging that first camera. I got in front of it with my phone. I had my Facebook pulled up. And I was hoping the guy had it on video and not picture. But I held my phone up to it. I said, write me on Facebook so I don't mess up your hunt. You know, because it's public land. I don't want to come in on somebody. The guy just wrote me on Facebook. Now we're talking about deer hunting. Message me on Facebook. I don't want to mess your hunt up. What's up, guys? It's raining. I just got off work. Drove about 45 minutes from the house. Just got out this new land. I found this public land, but I've never hunted this side of it. I'm gonna scout a few different spots. There's a decent looking saddle about 1.5 miles back in here. There's a couple good little pinch points where they should be bedding at, or at least using it for travel. Yeah, we'll get up in here, see if there's any sign. It's raining, so should keep all my scent out of here. I actually put batteries in my trail cam, but I guess my trail cam is no longer working. But we'll get up here, check for some sign, kind of scout around. Late October, I kind of like to hit what I would think would be a mature buck spot, just to see if they're putting any rubs down yet or any scrapes. But anyways, we'll get up there. I'll show you guys around after I figure it out. Hope you like this video. It's our first installment to the hunting this year. But yeah, we'll keep on hiking. We'll be hiking about 3 miles today. Got some new boots from Tidewee. I've also got the Altus camo suit. I also bought a blind. No more sitting on the ground. But yeah, we'll do the 3 miles in these boots today, see how our feet feel, and see if they leak. A little rub, fairly fresh. All right, we're getting into some deer saw now. There's a scrape. There's a licking branch right here. We'll follow that on out. See where his bedroom is. All right, guys. Sorry, it's still raining. But we're up here on the saddle now. Kind of poke around at it. Check every edge of it out. See where he's coming in at. I walk all the way up that saddle and all the way back down to the other one. It's all about putting boots on the ground. That's all you got to do. Look for deer sign. Look, plenty of acorns this year. Abundant acorn crop. Just walk this side. Look, another scrape right there, guys. He's definitely using this, or multiple bucks are using this. Good to know. Nice scrape. Fairly fresh. It's been windy, so he's probably freshened it up either yesterday or today. We'll keep walking up this saddle and look. Here's an older rub, guys. Probably a couple years old. Another good rub. That's fresh. There's all the stuff hanging down on it. We're in his travel corridor for sure. Just on top of the saddle. Those mature deer, and honestly, a lot of bucks, they'll run the saddles of these ridges so they can scent check for does. I'll show it to you on a map at the end of this video on Onyx. Just working this saddle. This might be from last year. There's a bunch of deer sign up here. These are old though right here. If you're just out here scouting, guys, keep your eyes on the ground. Unless you're actually hunting, like actually still hunting. Paying attention to the sign can teach you so much. You can find the food stores. You can find all, all the trails, all the travel corridors. About getting to the very peak of this, where it's going to start dropping back down. We got a ag fill on that side, and then drops really steep off on that side down there. So if they want to stay out of the wide open, they're going to have to use the saddle or that really steep stuff on that side. So those mature bucks will cruise edges. You see how it goes from that saddle up there, where it starts to drop off, it gets thicker. Those deer will cruise that line right there. I started walking back down the other side. There's another scrape right there. We'll go that way now. We're in some thick stuff right here. Bunch of blowdowns. Trying to get over to that next ridge out of this saddle, but it looks like a storm came through here and wrecked this. Let's see if we can get over there. I'm gonna come all the way to the back side of the freaking saddle. Oh crap. It got me. Tree got me. Part of it, guys. It'll happen. Keep on working our way up through this stick stuff. The bad thing about public land, East Tennessee, it is not managed like it should be. You get this crap all the time. East Tennessee got some very thick woods. Hoping it opens up somewhere. There's a bunch of deadfalls everywhere. I can find that just a little secluded opening that might be holding deer. Think thin. Think thin. Go that way, or this way, or this way. Oh, I'm too fat for this. Dang, this ought to open up anywhere. All right. I'm gonna get up here under a bigger tree out of the rain. Get on a map, find my way out to a different spot. All right, we made it around all that big crap, all those blowdowns, back on top of this saddle. Looks like it dropped straight off. I got one more spot to try, guys, but it's a hike. So we'll see you there. Found us a good little hiking trail right here. This is TDA undeveloped land. There's a bunch of hikers come through here, but the trail's marked. We just gotta get off the beaten path to find the deer. Because those deer know people walk through here and they ain't gonna be nowhere around this thing. Yeah, there's all those blowdowns I was walking through. Thick, thick, thick. Almost made it. I'm gonna work this deer trail over to the next ridge. Once we get up there, we'll start scouting around again. Sorry if the audio's bad. Like I said, it's raining. I'm soaked. Might get sick, but I got a scout. I ain't scouted this yet. There we go. That ain't a bad one. There's some opener woods in a thicket over there. Those deer will travel on the edge of that. Deer are creatures of edges. If you find where hardwoods bump up to a thicket, you're usually going to have some deer activity. We're down here in this creek bottom. And it's another scrape. Walking through this old creek bottom right here. There's another one, older. Probably done at night. Probably done at night. There's another one. Yeah, that's all done at night. Huh. I didn't see this on the map. That's a pond. I did not see that on the map. Looks like that other ridge I was wanting to hunt. So thick in here. Try to get up to the very top, see how it looks. It's thick. That tore up. Well, guys, there wasn't anything on that other flat or that ridge. We've already hiked 3.5 miles just scouting. We got 2.2 miles back to the car. Yeah, we'll get out to the car. I'll change clothes. I'm soaking wet. And then I'll talk to y'all some about Onyx and how to read topo maps for scouting deer. All right, we'll see you there. All right, guys, well, we got changed there in the parking lot. We ain't soaking wet no more. It's still raining. I'm heading home. Yeah, I'll probably do the Onyx stuff on a whole separate video because it'll be a long one. How to read topo maps and show y'all where the deer are gonna move at according to terrain and everything. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hope you're gonna like the new series we're gonna do this year when I'm in the woods hunting. Probably have Mark with us some. Probably have one of my buddies, Henry, with us some. He's been in a couple catfishing videos. There's a chance my cousin could be in some. He's a real big hunter. Yeah, I think we're gonna try to get together this year and go. But anyways, hope y'all enjoy this video. All right, guys. Day 2 after work. Came up here. I killed a big 6 in here 2 years ago. Opening morning a rifle. I came back in to check it out. I missed a decent buck in here last year. We're gonna check it out, see if any bucks are in here. I just jumped 3 does. They took off running down the holler. Yeah, we'll get to scouting around. Good rainy day again. So it should keep the scent out of here for the most part. But yeah, let's see if we can find any scrapes or rubs up in here, any feedings on. That's a good fresh rub. That way's private property. Can't go that way. I do have permission to hunt some of that private property, but not this top right here. I'm right on the line of public and private right now. We'll keep looking around. All right, guys. There's something great. That is a persimmon deer candy. There's a persimmon tree right here. But somebody has found this spot. Put a hang-on stand up there. But they'll be shooting towards private. Might have to do some weekend stakeout this year and let them know, hey, trespass. Because that private property line is probably only 10, 15 yards that way. Another rub in here. Maybe from a smaller deer. Ain't no telling. We're well on the public now. Alright, guys, nothing else. We need to get our trail cam. We'll change the batteries out. Go hang it where we scattered out the other day. We just jumped another one on the way out. I couldn't see it. I just seen Whitetail running. But we'll see how she goes. I'm definitely going to hunt this some this year. I'll take y'all along for that too. But I like that new area I found. We'll probably hunt it opening day of muzzleloader. But you'll definitely see some trips from here. Let's go get our other camera. It's on another piece of public. We'll get the batteries changed out. And it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I guess Thursday I'll take one back out and hang it where we found all those scrapes. And I'll take another one probably, I don't know, maybe out to some other land I hunt up in, like, I guess middle northeast Tennessee, up at Big South Fork. All right, let's keep on hiking out of here. I'll take this one down. There's a bunch of spider webs on this one. I already knocked it off. Go change the batteries on this one. Hang it up somewhere else. All right, guys, hope y'all enjoyed that little series of scouting. Not really scouting too much today, but we're gonna get out of this rain. Second day in a row we've gotten wet. All right, next video you should see us in the woods putting up blinds and tree stands and all that good stuff. Yeah, you gotta love it. God's country. See y'all on the next one. Here you go, guys. Perfect example of a deer feeding on an acorn. That's kind of notched off right there. That's what deer do. Hey, look, it's a wild pumpkin. All right, guys. We're going to put this camera up on this scrape that's over here. All right, I just turned the camera on. I'm gonna let it boot up. Then I'll send us a test picture to make sure the signal's good and everything. But it's right on this scrape right here. I'll show y'all. I'm gonna pour some dough pea in it just to see what happens. Once those lights go off, we'll hit test. All right, we'll hit test real quick. Pull up our spot point out. I don't even know which camera I brought out. We just got an alert though. Yeah. Got a picture right here. I have to bring it down a little bit. I might put it on a different tree. All right, guys, so we should be good now. We'll see what happens there. All right, well, we got that one camera out. We're gonna drive a few miles down the road after we hike back a mile and hike back to that other spot I showed y'all in that scouting. Put a camera there. I've killed decent bucks in there before. But yeah, we'll get back to the car, get down the road. All right, guys, we just made a mock scrape under this tree right here. And we got our camera there. Y'all won't believe this, but I found a trail cam at that last spot we were just at hanging that first camera. I got in front of it with my phone. I had my Facebook pulled up. And I was hoping the guy had it on video and not picture. But I held my phone up to it. I said, write me on Facebook so I don't mess up your hunt. You know, because it's public land. I don't want to come in on somebody. The guy just wrote me on Facebook. Now we're talking about deer hunting. This is a crazy world. Small world. All right. We're heading back to the car. I'll let the guy know the channel and everything so we can see this. But and we'll get back to it. Probably be the last part of this video. I'll show you all the scouting, trail cam hanging. Hope y'all enjoy it. See you in the woods.